We're going to be talking to Harvey. Harvey Levin from TMZ. Love the website, TMZ.com. Big fan of that.
Yep.
Love the TV show. I think it's brilliant. That's Telepictures decided to put TMZ.com basically on TV. I think that's very smart as far as TV goes because they're losing viewership to websites, and they decided might as well get in bed with the website.
Which is an odd little thing I thought of this morning. It's like, I remember when anything from TV ended up on the computer, people were amazed by it.
Right.
It's like, dude, you could watch that on your computer.
Right.
It's like, yeah, but you could just kind of watch it on TV.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, now you can watch it on your computer. And now the TV is picking up things that are on the computer.
Right. And what was on TV this morning? They said that there's going to be new TVs offered that gets YouTube. I was a little confused by that.
I think a new channel, like a YouTube channel, that's going to be available.
But how is that going to be possible?
No.
Are you going to be able to interact with that channel?
No. Yeah, I would gather through your remote.
Or are they just going to just show videos over and over again on the YouTube channel?
Like the old MTV? Remember the old MTV where they would just play videos and that was it?
And it was the same order, and you knew when they were starting over because Don't Fear the Reaper started up again, or whatever it was, or we're running with the shadows of the night.
Yeah.
What were some of the first videos again?
It was pretty much them.
Video killed a radio star.
Mexican radio?
I'm on a Mexican radio. And whip it. Whip it good. But maybe they'll do it in that fashion, where they just kind of get the best of the day or the week and play them over and over.
And TMZ, Making It TV, is setting a trend. You're going to see a bunch of really popular websites have their own TV shows now.
Yeah.
And they're all over the Britney Spears story. Everybody's all over the Britney Spears story. And I want to play this for Harvey because there's a difference between his gossip show and all the others out there, celebrity gossip shows. The Insider with Pat O'Brien, who's just a naughty, naughty boy.
He's a dirty boy.
Everyone is reporting about Britney Spears because, why? Because they care about her?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
It brings in the money. It brings in the ratings. And I hope most people realize that. But the Insider, there's some kind of guilt associated with what they're doing by exploiting Britney and how awful she's become in the last year or so. So at the end of their show yesterday, they did this. It's quick. It's like 30 seconds. And I openly started laughing at the TV last night. Like, you're so full of shit. And that's why I like TMZ, because they don't do this type of thing. They know what they are. Mm-hmm. They're going to exploit celebrities. They're going to follow them in and out of restaurants. They are going to show you a video of them, the celebrities being chased by the paparazzi, and they're not going to make any excuses. Yeah. And they're not going to apologize.
Because they know that's what the people are tuning in for.
They know that people want to see it. They know it brings in the ratings and the money, and they're okay with that. The Insider playing the same game, bunch of pussies. This is what they do at the end.
Well, it seems like most everybody is talking about Britney Spears these days, but the conversation has turned from bad jokes to genuine concern for the pop star who once owned the record charts.
Sadly, now all she owns are the covers of tabloids and bizarre late-night trips. It is a public free-fall that is becoming painful to watch.
We are obligated, you should know, to cover all the Britney madness, but right now, folks, it's no fun. And the only headline we would like to see now is Britney gets help. That's it for us, but don't go anywhere. Entertainment Tonight gets started
right now.
They had to do a disclaimer.
It's like a disclaimer. Yeah, it is a disclaimer.
They're obligated. Why are you obligated?
We're obligated.
If you feel a little guilty reporting on Britney, then don't, then don't report on Britney.
We're obligated. Me, Britney,
right?
Betty.
You don't think Pat O'Brien's going, oh, what boy,
Betsy, whatever.
I love 1 hour with that nympho.
The whore's name was.
Yeah. I'd love to do a few purple monsters with that nymph.
Hey, if you want to get drunk and then have sex with a guy who talks like a black guy, just wink and go, all right, y'all, when I walk by. Your cock, my cock, Jaden, Shondon, whatever those fucking awful fucking white trash names are.
Hey, by the way, more Duncan Hunter news coming in.
Duncan Hunter, my candidate.
We're trying to learn about Duncan Hunter today. Randy from New Orleans, according to Duncan Hunter's website. Why are we on his website? Randy writes, General Chuck Yeager, the NRA, and gun owners of America support Duncan Hunter.
If Chuck Yeager says he's okay, then I say he's okay. Who's better? Who's a bigger American hero than Chuck Yeager?
And then it says, Randy writes, what a surprise that Anthony does too. So, yeah, I mean, it's very accurate, this website, I got to say. Although I'm not happy that they said I should vote for Hillary 37% and then Obama 36%.
Yeah,
and Jimmy was very similar. He had Hillary and Obama tied at 44%.
But that shows you how inaccurate those things are in a weird way, because it's almost like I'm probably much closer to McCain's view of the country than I am to Hillary's. But because of a couple of key issues like gay marriage and a few things like that.
Some people actually will not vote for somebody that they should vote for, based on most of their politics because of one issue.
Yeah, you're right.
Like there have been candidates I'm sure that people have loved. Every issue is like, oh my God, this guy's right on the money, but he doesn't like abortion, so can't vote for him.
Yeah,
it's like, why are you throwing it out all for that? Like it doesn't make sense to me. Thank you. Just looking at Jimmy.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
So what do you think of The Insider? I know we're doing two things.
It's
such
stupid.
a crock of shit, right?
It's phony.
It's phony.
Phony.
I thought we had 1 minute before Harvey.
Harvey.
What?
Harvey.
We're just about ready to talk to Harvey Levin.
That's good.
From TMZ.
What's the big stories they're working on over there?
Well, it's all about Britney. Britney around the clock.
Is it around the clock?
And the other
Britney?
thing about The Insider that
I don't really give a shit about Britney, to tell you the truth.
I can't be honest with you. Her.
You don't care?
I don't. Is that all you think about 24 hours a day?
I will be disappointed if, and this is how I truly feel, not trying to play the role of a shock jock or anything. This is how my twisted fucking mind works. I will be truly disappointed if this doesn't end in some horrific tragedy for Britney Spears.
Well, it could.
I'm not one of these people going, oh, I hope she gets help and all that. I find this so fascinating to see it like a celebrity that had everything just fucking it up so bad.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, this sucks. What a boring ending if she goes into rehab and gets the help that she obviously needs.
Gets all better.
I want to hear something like, wow, they found her body here. Or I'm serious. I don't know why.
They painted her as a real goody two-shoes is what it was.
Oh.
So it's one extreme to the other.
Let's go right to a very, very busy man. Harvey!
Hey, guys.
Harvey Levin. You're talking to Opie, Anthony, and Jim Norton. And I'll say it, I'm a huge fan of what you're doing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Huge fan of TMZ.com. It's the only place I go for celebrity gossip. And then I'm like, all right, I'll give this TV show a try. I DVR it every night and watch every single episode.
Do you really?
Yeah, I just love the presentation of the whole thing. And I've been preaching TMZ for a while, and I'll tell you why. It's really simple. You guys don't try to be something you're not. You know that people want to see celebrities looking awful. You know that people want to see celebrities walking in and out of restaurants, maybe drunk. We want to see the paparazzi chasing the celebrities with their video cameras.
And them getting punched.
And you guys don't try to hide behind some false shit like The Insider and Entertainment Tonight, where they actually try to show concern and stuff like that.
Okay. Now, this will prove that I cannot take a compliment. I'm going to slightly disagree with you here.
Wow, really?
I am. Look, our mission is not to make celebrities look bad. It's to make them real. And sometimes,
real, okay.
But that's honest to God the truth. Because my feeling about this from the beginning, I mean, the reason I was interested in even doing this is because when you look at like red carpets and junkets, they're plastic people. They're not real people. Mm-hmm. So you end up seeing, these stars with perfect hair and perfect dresses, with perfect marriages and perfect skin, and they say exactly what the publicists want them to say, and it's phony. And I always thought, you know what? These people have to be more interesting than they look on all of these shows. And I thought, they go places, they go to restaurants, they go to dry cleaners, they They do different things. And if you show them in their element, because you know what, a lot of these things, we show people who are good moms, and we show people who are, really good tippers, and we show people who are really bad.
Right.
But it's all real, and that's the premise of everything we're doing is, enough of the BS. I mean, we're just doing real people, and it's good, it's bad, it's ugly, it's pretty, it's everything.
Yeah, your explanation is much better than mine. Yes, it should be described more as a real situation.
That's why I run TMZ, and you know.
Well, yeah. Well, the insider, they kind of gloss it over and try to keep them on a pedestal, and if they fall, it's like, but...
Well, I'll give you an example. We did some stories over the weekend, and we were extremely critical of Dr. Phil.
Right.
And,
Good.
A lot of people called me and said, oh, my God, you can't do that. He's really powerful. You can't take him on. And all the other shows stuck up to him. But you know what? And I like Dr. Phil personally.
He's a prick.
But look, no, I just think this was wrong. I mean, I think it's wrong that he went up to the room without her knowing it. I think it's wrong that the hospital let him go up to that room. I think it was wrong for him to issue a press release about how he felt about her condition. And I think it was wrong to do a TV intervention because this woman is in danger of dying. I mean, she could literally die, and she needs to be committed to a mental hospital. And I know that sounds extreme, but that's what people are trying to do right now. They're trying to get her to voluntarily commit herself to a mental hospital because she has a really severe bipolar disorder. So we ended up doing a bunch of stories over the weekend, basically calling him out on it. And he ended up canceling that show. And and then I watched some of the other shows last night, and I thought, is this the same story? I mean, because it was just so sycophantic. When I watched some of the other shows, the way they handle this thing, it wasn't real. It just was not what really went down.
Harvey, I think the thing on everybody's mind, I mean, you obviously were on the People's Court, which is how a lot of us came to know you. But truthfully, this is what, now a lot of the main topic. I know
a show I love, by the way.
Of course you did. A comedy, I know a very sensitive issue. What happened to Doug Llewellyn? For many years, I have wanted to know what happened to Doug Llewellyn.
He's embalmed on Trigger right now.
He's what? He's dead? Did he die?
I don't know.
That was funny. If you guys knew. No,
Oh, I thought he died.
No, it was a joke, dude.
I've seen this stuff to Trigger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, you get my joke.
It's great.
No, you know what? Can I tell you something? Doug is a great guy. He's in North Carolina. He's a really, really nice guy.
Yeah.
And his hair is exactly the same.
Now, Harvey, what put you guys on the map, TMZ? Was it one particular thing, one particular video you guys got your hands on? Because I mean, look, I guess the biggest story we've done in some ways is Mel Gibson. Right.
But when over time, I mean, the first day we launched, we got that, the Paris Hilton when her boyfriend crashed the car and then fled from the scene, and then she blew a kiss to the cops, and the cops let her go. That ended up being the first day we were up, and it crashed our site about 40 times. And then, we just got a bunch of stuff. But, remember the Brandon Davis Firecrotch video with Lindsay Lohan?
Sure.
I mean, that ended up being a huge video for us because, nobody... And when we put it up, I got calls corporately from people saying, why would you put this up? I mean, there's no news value in this. And I thought, hello? This incredibly rich bastard is like on this rant showing everything that's wrong about young Hollywood. And I thought, this is just gold. And I think just over time, people realized, okay, they're accurate, which I think is really important.
Right.
And it's fun. I mean, it's just, it's real. And I mean, I keep getting back to that word, but look, and I'm not saying we're perfect, and we made a lot of mistakes in terms of trying to figure out how to do it. I knew nothing about the Internet, and I was trying to put television on the Internet at the beginning, and it was terrible. But, over time, I think it's just an entertaining site.
Yeah, one of my favorites was the Alec Baldwin voicemail.
I have to tell you something. Of all the stories we did, that one is one that I was really conflicted about, and I still am uneasy about. I'm going to be really honest with you. I mean, I struggled with that for a couple of days before finally deciding to put it up on the site. Because on the one hand, it was a story about, a tape that was actually submitted into court as evidence, and it was the key piece of evidence that the judge used to basically say you can't contact your daughter for a while. So on a level, it was newsworthy. I mean, no doubt it was newsworthy. It was part of a court case. It was legally obtained, the whole thing. On the other hand, you know, how many fathers have done things that they're not happy about with their kids, you know, where they've said
Joel Steinberg.
No, guys, come on. Oh, God.
Well, there's a few. You asked. I mean,
from one lawyer to another.
We could go to our go-to list if you like.
Hey, Harvey, this book...
I don't know. I mean, that one, you know, I think ultimately we made the right decision, but, you know, you struggle with a lot of this stuff.
Harvey, the book about Tom Cruise that is out right now, this Andrew Morton, obviously they Scientologists sue for everything. Are they going to win, or is he telling the truth?
You know, listen.
From what you know.
Tom Cruise to me is a mystery. I mean, I've gone back and forth with this guy trying to figure him out. I really can't. I mean, he is probably he's the person I understand least in Hollywood. I really mean that. And you know, he's just tough to figure out. Scientology, I'll tell you something. I've been in L.A. for years and years and years, and I was a local reporter here for a long time, and I covered police corruption, and I've had death threats and all sorts of things. The one thing that I'm scared of dealing with is Scientology.
Everybody is.
They're such a pain in the ass. I mean, they are just crazy, you know, just in terms of, you know, they're just the commitment they make just to making everybody's life miserable is so difficult that everybody just avoids them.
Isn't it weird? They're like a religion, right? They're like a bona fide religion now. They've been declared a religion, I think, correct?
Well, yeah. I mean, they say they're a religion, but and yeah, they may be a religion, but they're just impossible to deal with.
Yeah, I hear if you really start criticizing them and you have any voice, the lawyers get right on your ass.
I mean, they're like the lawyers are the least of the problems. I mean, they just make your life miserable.
Yeah, it's a really good group of people.
Amazing.
Hey, Harvey, how do you guys get all your footage? Do you guys got guys just working for you, or is it more of a situation where these guys get the good video and freelance it, or pull it to all you?
It's a combo. I mean, we have a bunch of cameramen, and most of them are in L.A. and New York, and most actually in L.A. But we have, you know, we buy video from the outside, and that's the other thing that's so phony. It's like when you hear some of these other shows saying we don't buy video,
right?
Baloney.
Right.
Everybody buys video, and you know, there's nothing wrong with it either. I mean, if somebody shoots something and you buy it, it's less valid because you bought it? You're paying cameramen anyway, so there's nothing wrong with it. And we buy video, and I'm guessing probably the way it breaks down is 75% of the stuff we shoot and 25, maybe 20% of the stuff we buy.
Sure, and there was something we were discussing the last couple of days. Isn't it true that the celebrities or a lot of these celebrities, they love the attention to the point where they kind of work together with the paparazzi?
Okay, so...
Like, for example, Britney Spears, okay, or she has people behind the scenes, and they let the paparazzi know, look, you know, at noon today she's going to be at that Starbucks. You might want to get a shot. Does that type of thing go on, or does it not?
Oh, okay, here's the deal. How many restaurants do you guess are in L.A.?
Oh, we've been out there a million times, sure. Hundreds, thousands.
10,000? I don't know.
Yeah.
So there are 3 restaurants in L.A. where the paparazzi really hang out. Mr. Chow, the Ivy, and Il Soleil.
Right.
Why is it that Lindsay Lohan goes to all 3 of those restaurants?
There you go.
Of course. I mean...
And then go ahead, sorry. I'm sorry.
I can go further. When she was in rehab, she was alerting the paparazzi to get the candid shots of her. I can tell you that. I know.
Wow.
That. Britney has this deal with one of the agencies here where they're up her you-know-what all the time. I mean, they are everywhere. In fact, she's stooping one of these guys, apparently.
Yeah. Wow.
Not with that agency, but with another. I mean, she totally... she is completely codependent on the paparazzi.
Yeah, because I see these celebrities, they leave the Ivy, let's say, and obviously they want the attention, so they're there, and then they leave, and then they play this part like, oh, leave me alone, let me get to my car.
We put this video up about, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago of Tori Spelling, and it's the most hilarious thing you've ever seen. She's walking from the Ivy to Kitson, which is like a block away, and Kitson's the other store that all the paparazzi hang out at. And she's just stunned that, oh, you guys, please get out of my way. I can't walk. And it's like, in your wildest dreams, honey, you haven't been on a show in 10 years. and, you know, it's like, and you're acting so indignant. It's hilarious. It's unbelievable.
How much does a good Britney video go for? Don't want to go there?
No, well, you know, it really depends. I mean, if everybody shoots it, it doesn't nearly have the value as if it's exclusive and only one person has it, and if it's really good. I mean, it's like anything else. You have to judge how many people have it, and then you have to look at, you know, at how good it is. And those are the two factors, and it can vary wildly, wildly.
Hey, is there anything that you've gotten that they wanted you to show or they wanted you to do, but you said no?
Every day.
What's something that you didn't want to show? Day. What was something you did not want to show for whatever reason?
Okay, I'll tell you. I mean, we have a bunch of standards on this website, and I mean this because, I mean, to me, this is the only way of doing business, that you don't put stuff up that's ill-gotten, you don't chase people, you don't invade people's privacy, you don't break the law, and we have this thing that we call the yuck factor, if it just doesn't feel right. But I had somebody come by my office once, with documents, and I'm not, and you guys can't push me on this if I tell you. You promise?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
We promise. If you
no, we promise. We promise.
Okay. I had this woman come into my office with documents involving the Michael Jackson case.
And what was he accused of?
It wasn't the case. It was a whole thing around him and Debbie Rowe and the kids. I'm telling you, they're the most shocking documents I think I've ever seen. It's unbelievable how crazy his life is and what he put in writing and how certain things were done. And it was amazing. And it would have been, I think, the biggest story we ever would have published had we done it.
Now, why didn't you?
Because I talked to this woman and I realized she stole it from a law office. That she worked in a law office and she stole these documents.
Wow.
And I threw her out of my office.
Do you have her phone number?
We don't mind ill-gotten goods or the ick factor,
Harvey,
as you called it.
I'm sorry.
We're all about the ick factor.
Ick factor. We don't care if it's topless Dakota Fanning pictures.
Guys.
How much did she want for them?
We didn't get that far.
Oh, wow, okay.
I threw, as soon as I realized what happened, I threw her out of my office. And I'm telling you, they were amazing.
Were there photos?
No.
Okay.
There were contracts.
Hey, all right, he's
interesting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. See, you told me you wouldn't have. Okay, now here's the deal. Have you watched the TV show?
Absolutely.
Okay, so all my people are sitting in this room, and they're waiting for me to start the meeting. I got to do it.
Well, I love the presentation. You sit at in the front of like an office. Everyone's in their cubicles, and they start firing out what they got at you.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun and really fast. Drunken chicks, more of that. He just has
love drunk chicks,
and they're not even famous people. They're just drunk,
drunk chicks.
Drunk chicks.
You guys think we're so sleazy? I can't believe.
It's really the stuff that we like. We're sleazy.
And Harvey, before we let you go, what are you guys working on as far as Britney goes? What's the new angles coming out?
Well, I mean, I'm telling you, they are trying to get her in a mental hospital right now. I mean, people are desperately trying to get her in a mental hospital. And this guy that she's hanging out with, this photographer. Mm-hmm. Do you know about this?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I mean, there's a whole story behind this guy and what he's trying to do, and she just doesn't have real good judgment right now.
I can't believe she's attainable right now.
I know, man.
She's not in the best shape she was, but
I talked to some people yesterday.
I could get her.
I've talked to some people yesterday who've been talking to her. She's really lucid right now. I mean, you would think she's like incoherent and can't follow a thought. She's really lucid on a level. I mean, her judgment is really off. But when you talk to her just on a level, she seems to follow what everybody's saying, and she can have a conversation where you think, oh, okay, she's pulled it together, but she hasn't.
Right. How does it end?
I hope not what you're suggesting, because you know what? Seriously, she's in danger.
Right. Okay.
And her little sister following her footsteps.
And her mom was gonna go on, Dr. Phil, and he was gonna talk about what great concerned parents they are. And let me tell you something about Jamie Lynn. When she was shooting Zoe 101, that show, on Nickelodeon, you know this guy that got her pregnant?
Yeah.
They were basically sleeping together. Guess where?
In Mommy's house.
Yes.
Oh, man.
That's pretty obvious.
I rest my case.
And Harvey, before we let you go, by the way,
before we let you go,
I know, but I'm really a huge fan. I love that you're putting live video now on TMZ. We're all sudden
fun.
You'll be outside the courthouse or something, waiting for a press conference. You hear everyone just babbling, and you can just check it out. And then you got people just on the street walking up to a camera that's live on TMZ, talking about.
We did that for the first time yesterday with Britney, and we had we went to Hollywood Boulevard, so we have some respectable-looking tourists come up and talk about Dr. Phil, and then Elvis comes up.
Right, yeah. And these people just come up to the camera. It's on TMZ. They don't have to edit it. They just let it run, and you get to hear people on the street just talking about the Britney situation. So, Harvey, you're a big influence out there in Hollywood. I have to ask you, what do you know about Opie and Anthony?
I love you guys. Ooh. I love you guys. I followed you guys forever. I mean, I don't know if you remember the show when we did Celebrity Justice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were on that show.
Yeah. Remember that?
That's right.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was a fun one.
That was after the Sex for Sam thing. Okay, we have a connection. I was wondering if we did.
Okay, these guys are screaming at me.
All right, man. And what clip from this interview are you going to use on TMZ tonight when I watch?
The salacious one. I'll have to look.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, guys.
We would love to have
Harvey.
you back anytime, all right?
Sounds great. It's really good talking to you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
All right, it's Harvey Levin from TMZ.com and TMZ, which is on TV every night here in New York on Fox 6:30. There you go.
I want to hook up with Jonathan's friend out in L.A., who he knows very well, who I've dined with. She's very nice. Who works for one of these places that can get us the scoops.
All right, let's give her a call.
For a year, we've been dealing with that. She's nice. I think that.
Get us the poop, dude.
Oh, stop it. The fresh talk. That's not what Satellite's about.
We need that Michael Jackson document.
It's probably...
It's a contract, so I'm sure it's like things that were written to people that perhaps had accusations.
I got some cold, hard cash. That's a biggie.
$10?
We enjoy the ick factor.
Perhaps more than that.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. But you don't really give it your all when you do the linger longer. So, you just go...
I just go... Now it's just...
I do a very good linger longer.
Yeah?
Oh, let's hear.
Fox...
The key... Hold on. I'm eating Nana.
Yes.
The key is to not close your mouth.
Oh.
That's how you say linger longer properly. You have to leave your mouth open.
You
are a buffoon.
I'm trying to help.
Just never close your lips.
Help.
We got Harvey Levin from TMZ on the line. Harvey!
Hey, guys.
I hear you got 3 minutes?
I apologize. We start this morning meeting. We got to get it launched. Today's going to be a nightmare, too.
Why is it a nightmare?
What's going on?
People sick here. I mean, it's just... There's something going through L.A.
Oh, really?
Captain Trips, I hope.
What did you say?
See, that's Captain Trips, I hope. That's the, from The Stand, Stephen King.
Gotcha.
Don't mind me.
Yeah. So what are you guys working on for TMZ tonight?
Well, I mean, I think, one of my favorite stories in a long time is this. I don't know if you guys heard about this pilot who flew Tommy Lee over the weekend. You guys hear this?
Yeah, the helicopter guy?
Yeah, he buzzed.
Is he the one, Harvey, that landed the plane in the Hudson?
No, he would be a different guy. This guy is famous for actually landing in a residential street in the Hollywood Hills to pick up Tommy Lee and Slash to go to a Nine Inch Nails concert in Orange County about a year and a half ago.
And what's the problem with that?
He's had his license suspended twice. It's revoked twice.
Yeah.
So we get this video. We actually put it up on the site about a couple hours ago. This guy basically let his helicopter be used for a porn shoot in San Diego. And as payback for using the chopper, follow me here, the actress who starred in the movie basically agreed to satisfy him in the air over San Diego.
What did he like?
Wow.
Was it a blowjob, a finger in the ass, a ball lick, a nipple lick, pussy on the mouth, asshole in the face?
Door number 1 and door number 3, according to what you just said.
Oh, wow, all right. He left the box out, huh?
And he did this over San Diego. The FAA actually got photos of some of this last October, and they didn't do anything. And they told me the reason they didn't do anything is the investigator said they couldn't tell that they were in the air at the time. You can see the horizon on these planes.
Yeah.
And in the chopper. So the FAA is now investigating, and then we got the video. There was video of this entire flight.
Holy shit! So you got the video of the girl satisfying him up in the air?
I mean,
it's on the side. I got to see that.
The FAA is now the FAA is all over this guy, but it really is, honestly. I mean, it's shocking. But
don't be fresh.
Hopefully this guy's taken out of the air for good.
Well, hey, if he could fly a fucking helicopter, which ain't easy, while he's getting a blowjob,
I think he deserves to be in the air.
He should be in the air. He's probably one of the best pilots ever.
I'd rather fly with him than Sully, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
This guy has some concentration.
I heard Sully had a butt plug in when he landed in the Hudson. True? TMZ, true?
But it was shaped like a black thumb.
Oh, guys.
Oh, guys.
So, Harvey, what's going on with Lindsay Lohan? I've been hearing rumors or something.
About?
I don't know, with this whole drinking thing, and she's out with the Britney, and there's a whole... What is it?
Yeah, I mean, look, she's been hanging out at clubs, which is a really bad thing to do when you go to, a treatment center. She's got problems.
She looks anorexic.
Well, she's like, these pictures were like shockingly thin of her.
Right. She yo-yos. She gets fat when she's out drinking, having a good time. And then when she's not, she's a little skinny. But those cans, they look great on her.
It's so funny because we have these raging debates in the newsroom because there are some people who just think she looks incredibly hot. And and then there are other people. It's like, I agree with you. I mean, it's like she's so skinny.
Yeah. We saw her once live in here. She's about a cunt.
Did you guys see Ann Coulter? Did you see the picture of her?
Oh, Jimmy Norton knows her.
Her legs are anorexic thin. Yes. Yeah, I did see that picture.
They are long, though.
Creepy thin, though.
She got long legs.
Creepy.
Anne is a very slender gal.
Yeah. She's got legs like a newborn thoroughbred.
I like that.
That's a great look.
It really is.
Yeah. All right, relax.
So do you consider...
Take another sip of water, all right?
Do you consider What Would Tyler Durden Do like a competitive side, or do you guys kind of work hand in hand getting the skinny?
With who?
TDD.com.
TDD, yeah. What Would Tyler Durden Do? It's a pretty big site.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think for me, if people are interested in this stuff, they go to 10 sites. So I don't think there's any such thing as a competitor. Yeah. I really don't.
Yeah. What do you got on Britney Spears? A lot of suing going on, huh?
It's actually, it's pretty interesting. I think today they're going to sign this deal where Kevin Federline is going to get basically more than $4,000 a week to let her take the kids and go on tour. So he's basically he's going to be making money off these kids.
Selling them off.
Looks like they ought to call him Ken Fatterline.
What? Oh, yeah, he did gain a little weight. Yeah. Speaking of gaining weight, what about that fat pig Jessica Simpson?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What's going on with her?
Exactly.
You see that gut?
I'm not going to say that.
Come on, you see that gut on
Harvey,
her?
what's wrong
Come
with
on,
you?
she looks like Elvis right before he took his final dump.
You got to admit, she's a fat pig now.
She's kind of, she did chunk up a bit.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
She definitely gained some weight. There's no doubt about it.
Any crisis in her life that might do this? Maybe finally realizing her father is a horrid...
Well, her dad has been such a bad guy.
Well, yeah.
Is she pregnant, Harvey?
I don't think so.
With her father's baby.
I think, I hear she may marry this guy, Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's word on the street.
That's cool. Maybe she could fucking sub for him when he's choking again in a big game, that bum. Maybe she could back up for the Cowboys. He stinks. I'd rather throw Heather Mills' leg.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Well, you guys let me do my morning
Oh, Harvey.
All right, Harvey. Go.
Oh, come on. Hey, I'm trying to help a little bit.
Well, how about really fast the Etta James thing? That's a big story, and I wanted to, send people to your website today.
Oh,
I love this because Beyonce sang Etta James's song "At Last" at the inaugural ball, and I said at the time, "Wow, she didn't do that great of a version of the song." And now Etta James is basically saying she wants to kick Beyonce's ass.
Yeah, and I think it's hilarious, basically hating on Beyonce. And you know who else kind of hates her? Is Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, well, that's the the old guard.
You got to be honest. I mean, Aretha's kind of turned into a big fat pig herself, right or wrong.
Yeah. But that hat took away the attention from her.
I love the hat.
That hat's
I know.
fantastic.
Looked like they were gift wrapping an elephant.
Okay, let me do my meeting.
Oh, do your meeting, Harvey. All right.
$100 for me.
This is more important than your meeting, Harvey.
All right, Harvey.
This is big time. You're on a...
I know. I just got to do this or I'll get fired. You know what I'm saying?
And they're still running your reruns of you as the court guy on the streets here in New York.
They're not reruns.
You're still doing that show?
Yeah, I love doing that show.
Harvey, what's wrong with you?
I love that show.
No, you don't. You love the paycheck.
You were on the People's Court. You were the People's Court guy.
On the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Judge Wapner?
You're Doug Llewellyn?
No, I'm not.
Did Doug Llewellyn ever have collagen to replace his missing upper lip?
Do you do this to everybody?
No, I'm actually curious because there was rumors.
What do you want, a boring interview, Harvey, or you want to have a little fun?
Come on. There was rumors that Doug Llewellyn's upper lip was being replaced with some of Jessica Simpson's bunch fat.
I can confirm that.
That's a story they're working on.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. Okay, I'm going to do
All right, Harvey.
Go already.
Harvey. All right, Harvey.
Thanks, guys.
Take
Good
it
talking to you.
Oh, Harvey.
Bye.
Get out of here.
Someone owes me $100. 3 times he tried to rush off the phone.
I know. All right, guys. Okay, Pookie. Chris in the boat, Pookie.
Beat it.
Harvey from TMZ.
Scram.
Not that there's no
He's the
market.
main guy if you watch the TV show and he sips on water the whole time.
Not that there's no market for that. There's a big market for it, but it's like there's a vulturish quality to it, which drives me a little nuts.
You know what, though? Who the fuck am I or
Anthony
you
Cumia.
or anyone?
Jim Norton.
All right. To say that if there's a demand for it, which there is, it's very high rated, we go to the fucking site and use it on this very program.
We sure do,
so
Anthony.
Who are we to
sure
say
do.
that they are vultures and stuff when there's a demand for it and we're using it?
In the sense that the media is vultures too.
Well,
Because
I understand,
there is-
but at least there's no fucking camouflaging this as we're doing this journalism and they're saying, look, we're a fucking site that shows this shit. It peels back the fucking layers.
I like
the
layers.
soft white underbelly of Hollywood, and that's what it is. It's not these paparazzi dudes thinking they're fucking doing a favor for anybody and shit. They're reporting, that this one's fat, this one's
that
fucking
I
this
don't
one.
mind. It's the aggressive way they fucking stalk people. Like there's a line. Of course, it's interesting to hear stuff, but there's a distance they go to, which I've actually rooted for them to be killed doing their jobs. Like I root.
Oh yeah, I do too.
And they're not totally honest because they'll stand around, right, snapping photos of Seal and Heidi Klum, and they start going, "Hey, big fan, big fan." They're saying that because legally it's not annoying or not illegal if you're a fan. So they're hiding behind that fucking legal bullshit to harass and stalk people. That's what they're
And
not
that's
being
what
honest.
TMZ does?
That's what all these
'cause I don't know.
paparazzi guys do.
You know what?
Watch the Seal footage where they'll show guys getting screamed at.
I got a better one, which has been just sitting here. It's more recent. Julia Roberts yelling at these guys.
Oh, what a bitch she is.
You think?
I have no idea.
Listen
Let
for
me
yourself,
hear
but
it.
it's pretty much the point Jimmy was making.
Hi, Julia. How are you? You look great today.
You need to get the fuck out of my face. Do you understand me?
Okay.
You are harassing me.
Sorry
get
about
the
that.
fuck out of my face. You
Yes.
have followed me all over town.
All right.
I have had it with you.
Okay,
I have
sorry.
your license
I'm sorry
plate
about
number
that.
and your license plate number.
I'm sorry about that.
Fuck off. Aim higher. Get a life. Get away from me.
Sorry about that.
I'm with my children right now. You get away from me.
The best part of that is, I'm sorry, as he continues.
I'm sorry.
filming.
Okay, I'll keep filming.
I'm sorry.
He should have built her a cake.
Yes,
Here's what you gotta do.
build her a cake.
It's not just getting a picture. This is This is the guy. I'm sorry. His fucking accent. I'm sorry. Here's what you need. You need a fucking bodyguard like Gavin size. To fucking take his fist and drill it into that camera lens, and then take the camera and take the film out of it.
You know what it's
Prove it,
Jimmy,
motherfucker.
Jimmy, you know what it is though? Put money on the street and then tell people not to pick it up.
No, I understand
because
that.
there is that guy took that video, got the audio of her cursing, and got a fortune for it.
Hell yeah.
Guaranteed. He got a fortune for it.
He got
as
more
long
money.
as the demand is there, these vultures, and you're right, they are vultures, are just going to do it. It's fucking free money for these guys. They're in the right place, the right time. They want to harass these people, the celebrities. They want them to fucking get all upset because it makes it that much better.
The best part.
What was going on with her, though? She had to have a fucking string hanging.
She's
be that
she's
fucking
been
man?
known to do
Wow.
that. She's had it with the
Wow.
paparazzi.
I bet she didn't have America's most beautiful smile when she was saying, fuck you.
Yeah. The video's great. She doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't
I bet she
fool
was
around.
even hotter.
That's great. Yeah,
She
I don't
goes
find
right
her hot,
toward the
but
guy.
that was really good.
Yeah, and then realizes, fuck, he'll sue me for millions and win. So the best one, I think we talked to Harvey about it last time. There's a road in L.A. called Robertson Boulevard.
Yeah.
And it's known. The celebrities know of this place to be shot by the paparazzi.
Yeah.
So they'll walk up and down Robertson, and then the paparazzi do their job, and they take their photos. But a lot of these celebrities will pretend like, oh, my God, stop
That's another
bothering me.
thing. They're using the paparazzi.
But they're going to the spot knowing that these guys are there and then acting like, oh, my God, stop it. Stop. My life's, you can't do this to me.
Yeah.
Completely playing it up. Knowing it's a better shot for them as far as publicity goes.
Yeah, they use...
they use each other.
They use them. Of course.
They use each other. Half these celebrities will call the paparazzi and go, hey, I'm going to be at blah, blah.
I got an inside line on where
because they're trying,
where...
they use it to their benefit as well. So where is the line there?
Yeah, it's almost like when it becomes this aggressive. Like one thing I actually liked about Kevin Federline is when Britney was doing something where she was leaving with the kids, and how he was cutting the media off because they were following him, like almost putting the kids in danger by aggressively driving.
Yeah. And
you look at the way they stalk Diana. It's like they just.
Oh, what happened there?
Nothing. But I'm just saying she's around somewhere. But her and Dodie, she was taking some big unclipped dick, and all of a sudden they cockblock.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where. Nah.
No, what are you gonna do?
They are vultures, but there's such a demand for it,
right?
That the money is there, and these guys want to fucking make a fortune.
D-Monet.
And the celebrities use them to get a little publicity. So it's a weird relationship they have with each other.